Hey guys, it's fall 2017. The weather is brisk and hopefully we'll have some rains coming soon, and that means the fall running season is going to kick off here, and it's been a great summer. I can't wait for some fall runs, go see some leaves changing, and hopefully we'll get some mud on our trails so that we can go kicking in the mud. So this is this year's shoe gear video. And as it would happen, this year, as I've cycled through all my old shoes and have gone through various Asics and Brooks, I've ended up with 3 pairs of trainers from Brooks. So today is going to be Brooks Blue Day, and let's take a look. So first things you'll notice is that the shoes are in progressive order, dirty to clean, which means I've had these longer and I've just started running in these, and these I have yet to really pound into the trails. I've been on the roads with these, just testing them out, and I've been very happy. But so I did a video earlier in the year on the trails. I did some snow running, and you can check that out. These are the Cascadia GTX Gore-Tex. And I've been very impressed with these. These did Tiger Mountain Trail in the snow, many trails in the mud, and these have just been my go-tos for whenever it's really rainy and just nasty, because they do keep your foot sort of warm and definitely dry. Even in a downpour, worst winter we've had as far as rain's concerned in a long time, and my feet only had sweat wet. So that's a great thing when you're hiking for 8 to 10 hours, and these things were just lovely. Very impressed with them, and I still have a ton of tread because all I've been doing is mud. So I can't wait. These are going to definitely be great for this winter because it's supposed to be another muddy, wet winter. So these are my go-tos for the trails and the rainy days. But you can check out that video on my channel for the Brooks Cascadia GTX review. But it's good to have a pair of Gore-Tex, even if it's just for crossing some creeks and the trails. But these have been a lifesaver this year, and as far as the winter snow runs and some of the muddy days. You can see I've had mud all the way up to the collar, so these definitely have been tested and proven true. So one thing that people have noticed is it says it keeps their feet warm. I like that. That's a bonus to me. It's not a hindrance. And they said it feels too booty, but you know, I like that because it deflects rocks well, and it's kind of in between having you know, a running hiking boot or even a soccer boot if you're into football. So I'm very comfortable in it. I like the extra rigidity. And it's proven very well on the trails as far as rock kicking and toe stumping and stuff like that. So I'm a big fan of the Cascadia GTX, and probably will have a pair in backup for when trail running season really kicks in and I need some dry shoes on back-to-back days. So a really cool score for me was the Brooks GTS. I believe this is their Adrenaline. And this is the GTS 16, and I scored this at a marathon expo in desperate need of shoes, and I did everything that you're not supposed to do. I bought shoes at an expo to run in the next day. I didn't even try them on until that morning, so that was pretty risky, but they were perfect. They absolutely fit. They're stable. As I'm getting older, my gait is getting a little bit pronated. So these really help keep me steady, and it helps with the stabilization to keep me, so I know when I'm heel striking to stop heel striking. And just the extra cushion. Some of my older videos you'll see I was in minimalist shoes and racing flats, and I'm getting a little older and I want to protect my joints, so I'm switching over, and I'm really loving these. They have a couple races in them, lots of training runs, and all in all, it feels really good. Great arch support for my flat feet, and a good stable land for my pronation. So the grip, the tread grip is fairly decent, more road than trails, although I've been pounding the trails because they're super duper dry in these. But good trail, good street running. So it's been good for the real pounded down groom trails where you can get away with this. And great breathability. You know, like I said, it's been dusty, so breathability also means dustability. So my socks have been getting pretty dusty, but they breathe really well. And on your long training runs, this is a great benefit to help keep your feet cool and help beat some of that sweat. So like the extra padding, all in all, for buying these on an expo and wearing them on race day the next day, I was very happy. No problems with my feet, and I'll definitely probably keep running. I will keep running in these, and I might actually get a backup pair to keep a dry pair on dock. So for right now, what I'm doing for my dry pair though is this new shoe for me. I have not run in these, and I know runners all across the country and the world have been swearing by the Brooks Ghosts. And I picked these up, having never worn Ghosts before, and these are the Ghost 10s. So the first thing that struck me was just how light and comfortable they were when I tried them on. Not ever having worn Ghosts, I know that's something everyone swears by. This was a surprise to me, and I'm very happy that I picked these up because they just come in really handy. And like I said about the heel striking, with this extra padding on the heel, I know when I start heel striking, I feel it and I start scuffing. So I know I got to pick up my pace, and I got to start toe striking again. So it's kind of a good reminder to have that big heel there. A lot of people use it for, you know, stability, but for me it's a reminder that I need to pick up my pace and get back to toe striking. I'm getting slow or tired or lazy, one of the 3, 4. So that's gonna be my fall giddy up. And anybody has any comments on these or any recommendations on the differences in these shoes, I'd love to hear it. One of my big vents on the Cascadias was that they did not come with any gator clips. Just sew the gator clips in, please. You all have the factory. I don't want to be super glue and crap to my shoes. Just sew them in. I mean, put something somewhere so we can put some gators. That's all I ask. Otherwise, these are awesome. They did not split this year like my Cascadia 12s did, so they're still holding up right there at the toe box. The GTX do not have any tongue tabs, and the Adrenalines have one tongue tab right there to hold the tongue up. And I loved it, and it felt very comfortable, because everyone knows when that tongue starts to dip into your foot, it just drives people nuts. And so that's been really awesome. So when I got the Ghost, I looked at them, and they have 2 tongue tabs. Now that is what I'm talking about, because I want this tongue to be sitting right centered on my foot the whole time. And that's one thing I gotta say that makes these things uber comfortable, is just keeping the tongue in place while I'm running. I mean, you keep pounding and pounding and pounding, these things get loose and they end up on the side of your foot, and then you end up with you know, some chafing on the top of your foot, and we all know that is not good. No good. So these are my 3 shoes. Hopefully it's going to be enough to keep me dry through this winter so I can keep pounding and keep running, and I hope y'all do the same. So that's my fall 2017 Brooks dominated shoe gear review. So if you like it, or if you want to see some other shoes, or you got some other shoes that you liking and you're recommending, put it up there, because this is all about us helping each other get right and get on the road and get running. All right, so happy trails, y'all. Peace.